Hey there. This is Julie and I've got a special cameo appearance today with my buddy, Monte. Now, if you have been, I brought the carrot because that's what's gonna bring him to me and I'm gonna give it to him now, so then I'll tell the story. If you were on my Facebook page in the Leadership Accelerator for Women, you would have heard this story a few months ago. I'm gonna share it again here today because after yesterday's situation with the internet going down and having a full day scheduled of Zoom calls and, being able to figure it out and, getting everything taken care of, I thought I'd share this with you about what happened a couple of months ago with Monte. So I'm gonna give him his carrot and then I'll share. Here you go, buddy. Thanks for coming over to be in the video. So as you can see, Monte is a very friendly, and he's also a very large horse. He's 17 plus hands. Now, I don't know a ton about horses. Monte is, I guess, technically my horse, but he's really my husband's horse. And several months ago, my husband had a hip replacement surgery, and he's doing great. However, I was caring for Monte at the time. So I got a text message early one morning, was still in my jammies, and the neighbor said, "Hey, Monte's over visiting their horse." And I was like, "Oh, that's not so good. Oh, this is nice. He's staying around." He's a sweet guy. Anyway, so I was like, "Okay, be right over." Headed over, and Monte was not there. Then I came back home, and Mark is immobile because he can't, and he's the horse guy, and he and Monte are each other's people. And so I came home and I got some food and I got in the car to go find Monte. And I found him. He was down the street visiting some other horses. And so I had the bucket of food, and as you can tell, he likes food. Food is his thing. I got out of the car and I brought the bucket of feed grain over and gave it to him and had a lead rope and led him home. Now, on the way, we encountered somebody cutting someone's grass, and he didn't like that, so we had to go around. Now, all of this happened. I had a meeting that was starting, like in 20 minutes, and you can't just let a horse run around the neighborhood, so I had to figure out, how am I going to get him back? Long story short, we got him back and put him back in. Obviously, I had probably left the gate ajar because he doesn't usually escape. He's having a really good cameo appearance today. I love this. So that happened. It was all good. And, he got back. I got to my meeting on time. And then later that afternoon, we decided to go for a walk. Now, my husband is out with his walker because he's just coming back from surgery. And we walked like halfway to the corner, which is just the size of our lot. And there's a big wire that is wound up, it's a hot wire on the fence. And Mark immediately went into, "Oh my gosh, this is horrible. You need to get in there and move that wire, or it could wrap around his ankle and he would die." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "You need to," he repeated it, "you need to hop over the fence and you need to move the wire." Well, he is a very friendly horse, and when I hopped over the fence, yes, so I did it, I hopped over the fence, and when I hopped over the fence, he said, "Okay, now you have to get down and untangle the wire from his foot." And again, I said, "What? I have to do what? This guy weighs, 2,000 pounds, 1,700 pounds. I don't know, he's a big horse." So before I tell you the rest of the story, obviously you know that Monte's doing okay. I want to share with you, I am the Leadership Accelerator for Women. I'm Julie Ulstrup. This is Monte. And I help women learn proven practices and success strategies that I have learned in my 20 plus years as a counselor, and then as my successful entrepreneur career, to help women lead their lives more brilliantly so you can live in your brilliance, live joyfully, prosperously, make as much money as you want, and live a life that is full of abundance. So I'm in the the pasture here, like right here, and Monte comes over and the wire starts going around his foot, around his ankle. And seriously, Mark is very, very concerned, and he kept, so I'm down there, I've got one hand up here so Monte knows I'm here, and then one hand down below, you know, just to try to get the wire out. And it wasn't working. It was not working. I got very nervous about having this big guy right there, maybe not knowing that I was right there. So Mark then walks over with his walker, hops over the fence, and we took care of it together. So the moral of the story is, and before I tell you the moral of the story, give this a thumbs up, press subscribe, share this, join my Leadership Accelerator Facebook group, and get on my email list so you can get more great content, success stories, tips, and strategies to help you lead the life of your dreams. So what I learned from Monte that day, now this was several months ago, and like I said, I did post it on my Facebook page, but what I learned is, you know, our mind can go like around in circles. Now, I could have gone around in circles when, you know, he was out and I didn't know, but what I did instead is I took the very best action that I could. And that's what we need to do in life if we want to be successful as women leaders. We use the information we have. Sometimes we have to make a very, very quick decision, like I had to with Monte twice that day. You know, I made a quick decision. I'm like, I can't walk all over the neighborhood. I mean, I could, but I wouldn't have had time. You know, I took the car out, I put the rope on him, walked him back with the grain, had to avoid the, you know, people cutting the lawn because I realized he didn't like that and I didn't want him to run away. You know, learning these things about a horse, you know, I've heard that there are a lot of lessons in horses. So if you have some lessons that you've learned from a horse or maybe from another animal in your life, feel free to drop them below. And, you know, yeah, so act quickly with the resources that you have. Make a decision, know who you are, and do the very best in the moment that you can. I'm Julie Ulstrup, the Leadership Accelerator for Women. Thanks so much for joining us today. Monte might make some other cameos on here. You never know. Let's hope it's all's well that ends well, and well, it is all's well that ends well. But let's just hope that he might be out here to teach us something else, or I might be out here with him to teach you all something that I have learned from him. Make it a great day. Looking forward to having you here again tomorrow. Bye.